Recording in progress.
Good evening to all. All are getting my screen and voice. Please confirm in chat box. Right. Good. Guys, today is the first class. First, I will give the brief introduction about myself. So myself, Raju. So I'm the trainer for this AWS cloud. I have 10 plus years of working experience. Currently, I'm working as a project lead. As a trainer, I have 7 plus years of experience. So this is brief about myself, guys. I have overall 10 plus years of experience, working experience. Currently, I'm working as a project lead. Right? As a trainer, I have 7 plus years of experience. Fine, guys. So today, what is our course, guys? What is course? Which course we are going to start today? Course name AWS Cloud. AWS Cloud. To attend for this course, is there any prerequisites? To attend for this AWS Cloud course, is there any prerequisites? Yes, guys. To attend for this course, we should have some basic knowledge on Linux commands. If you guys want to attend for this AWS course, compulsory you guys should have the basic knowledge on Linux commands. Linux basics are required. Fine. So what is the duration of the course? The course duration is 45 days. It will take 45 days, guys. We are going to discuss more than 20 services at here. Right, 20 services we are going to discuss. To complete all those 20 services, it will take 45 days of the time. Fine. Right, what about the timing, guys? Timings. Today is the first class. Timings daily 7:30 to 8:30. 7:30 to 8:30. Right, Monday to IST, guys. 7:30 to 8:30 IST. Monday to Saturday. Monday to Saturday regular classes, guys. To attend for this AWS Cloud, the prerequisites are Linux basics. The duration of the course is 45 days. Why we are spending 45 days, guys? Minimum 20 plus services we are going to discuss it here. Right, daily class timings 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. IST. 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. IST. Right, Monday to Saturday regular classes, guys. Monday to Saturday regular classes. Clear? So what is our course name, guys? AWS Cloud. Who is the trainer for this course? Myself. Right, the prerequisites to attend for this course is Linux basic commands. What is the duration? 45 days. Timings 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. IST. Monday to Saturday regular classes. Monday to Saturday regular classes. Fine. So coming to course content. What is the course content, guys? First, I'm going to explain what is cloud computing. Why we need to go for this cloud computing. What are the main advantages with this cloud computing we need to discuss, guys. Right. Our first content, what we are going to discuss, what is cloud computing? What is cloud computing? Why cloud computing? Right, advantages of cloud. Cloud advantages. Right, all these things we are going to discuss. Next, so we are going to discuss what data centers are available in AWS cloud. Right, data centers. Data centers we are going to discuss. So next we are going to talk about regions. What regions are available? What regions are available we are going to discuss. So next, this is the basic introduction, guys. This is the basic introduction. See here, after this I will talk AWS introduction. AWS introduction, right? So this is the basic introduction, guys. So once this introduction part is completed, our main services will start. Right? As introduction, what we are going to discuss? What is cloud computing? Why cloud computing? Advantages of the cloud? What data centers are available? What about regions? AWS introduction. AWS services introduction. All these things we are going to discuss as introduction part. Right. So next we are going to discuss the first service in AWS is EC2. EC2 service we are going to discuss. Guys, what is EC2? Anyone please respond in chat box. What is EC2? Please respond in chat box. No, I'm asking abbreviation. EC2 stands for, okay, by using EC2 service, right, what is the name? Now, by using EC2 service, we can able to create the virtual machines. By using EC2 service, we can able to create the VMs, okay, right. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. Elastic Compute Cloud. Right. So once EC2 is completed, next we will talk about load balancing. ELB. Load balancing we will discuss. What is ELB stands for? Elastic Load Balancing. Elastic Load Balancing we will discuss. Elastic Load Balancing we will discuss. Once this ELB is completed, we will talk about ASG. ASG stands for Auto Scaling Group. Auto Scaling Group. So once this ALG is completed, so next we will talk about EBS. What is EBS stands for? EBS. Elastic Block Store. Elastic Block Store. EBS stands for Elastic Block Store we will discuss. So next what we will discuss? Next we will talk about S3 bucket. What is this S3? Simple Storage Service. S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. Right. So next what we will discuss? Next we will talk about, after S3, we will talk about Route 53. What is this Route 53? Right. It is DNS mapping, guys. Very good. Very good, Arnav. It is DNS mapping. Right. So once this Route 53 is completed, we will talk about Elastic Beanstalk. Elastic Beanstalk we will discuss. What is this Elastic Beanstalk? Anyone? What is this Elastic Beanstalk? By what this Elastic Beanstalk will provide? Anyone have idea? Right, it will provide platform. It will provide the platform, guys, not a deployment server. It will provide the platform as a service. Right, so we can say PaaS. Elastic Beanstalk will provide the platform, guys. If you want to do anything, if you want to deploy any application, first we require some platform. So that platform, Elastic Beanstalk will provide. What this Elastic Beanstalk will do, it will provide the required platform. Okay. So next we will talk about DynamoDB. What is this DynamoDB? It is NoSQL. Right, this is the NoSQL, guys. How we have SQL, right? So this is the reverse. So NoSQL. DynamoDB is NoSQL. Right. So next what we will discuss. Next we will talk about RDS. RDS. What is RDS? What is RDS? Relational database. Relational database. We will talk relational database. So next what we will discuss, guys, please mute. Please. Right. So RDS we will discuss. Next what we will discuss, right, VPC. This is very, very important, guys. No problem, no problem. So this is very, very important. VPC is very, very important. What is VPC? Anyone have idea? Private cloud. Very good. Virtual. VPC stands for virtual private cloud. Virtual private cloud. So next what we will discuss? Next we will discuss CloudWatch. CloudWatch. What is this CloudWatch? Any idea? What is this CloudWatch? Monitoring tool. Monitoring purpose we will use this CloudWatch. Right. So next what we will discuss? CloudWatch. Next we will talk Lambdas. Lambdas. What is this Lambdas? What is this Lambdas? Serverless computing. Serverless computing, guys. Lambdas is nothing but serverless computing. Right. So next what we will discuss? Right, we will discuss ECS. ECS stands for Elastic Container Service. Elastic Container Service. Right. So next we will talk about EKS. EKS. So what is this EKS? Elastic Kubernetes Service. Elastic Kubernetes Service. Right. So next we will talk about cloud formation. Why this cloud formation? It is infrastructure as code. It is infrastructure as code. IaaC. Infrastructure. It will provide infrastructure. Right. So next we will discuss. EFS. What is this EFS? Elastic File System. Elastic File System. Elastic File System. Next we will talk about IAM. IAM we will discuss. IAM stands for what? Identity and Access Management. Identity and Access Management. Right. Next what we will discuss? Right. So EKS, cloud formation, EFS, IAM. Right. ECS is there. ECS is there. So next we will talk about SNS. SNS we will discuss. SNS means what? Simple notification service. Simple notification service. Simple notification service. Next we will talk about SQS. SQS stands for what? Simple queue service. Simple. Guys, my voice is not audible. Please confirm. Now, fine. Good. Simple SQS, right? SQS stands for what? Simple queue service. So next we will talk about SES. SES. SES stands for what? Simple email service. Simple email service. Simple email service. SNS, SQS, SES, ECS, right? CloudWatch, IAM, fine. Right, guys. All these things we will discuss, guys. So all these things we are going to discuss in our course. API gateway also required. Okay, I will cover, no problem. No problem. If anything is required, definitely I will cover. Definitely I will add, guys. Okay, please go through this course content once. First, we are going to discuss basic introduction about cloud computing and AWS services, guys. Up to here, basic introduction about cloud computing. What is cloud computing? Why we need to go for cloud computing? What advantages are there with cloud computing? What data centers are available? What about regions? What regions are available? What is AWS? What AWS services are available? Right. So next, our actual services will start, guys. Please go through this course content once. Course content is very important. Before going to start our regular sessions, you guys should familiar with the course content. Please go through this course content once. Rajesh, you are attending for DevOps also, right? Rajesh, there we will discuss Terraform, not a problem. Ravi Shankar, you are also from DevOps team, only AWS. EBS I have added, right? Yes, added, man. 10th one. 10th one I have added EBS. Elastic Block Store. Rohit, I have added EBS. Please go through this course content. Please read it once. What we are going to discuss. Guys, please go through the timings also once. Guys, and one more thing. So before attending this, right? So first I will discuss this introduction part, right? Right. First I will discuss this introduction part. What is cloud computing? Why cloud computing? What are the advantages with this cloud computing? Data centers, regions, AWS service introduction. Meanwhile, what you guys need to do is you guys need to finish all these Linux basics, guys. Already I discussed this Linux basics, right? So if you guys contact with the admin team, they will provide the videos related to this Linux basics. Total 6 to 7 classes I discussed, guys. 7 videos are available Linux basics. Please go through those basics also. And all the commands I discussed. And we have recorded videos for this Linux basics. Please go through those basics once. See guys, daily class notes will be provided. Daily class recordings will be available, right? So at the end, guys, at the end of the course, I will take one session to explain how to prepare the resume preparation. Next, I will provide the interview questions also, frequently asking interview questions. Frequently asking interview questions also I will provide. Daily class notes. You guys no need to write any notes. At the time of discussing only, I will type everything in notepad. After completing the session, I will share that notepad, guys. See, here how I typed. Everything I will type at the time of discussion only. You guys no need to write any running notes. Just focus on the subject. Each and every service we are going to discuss practically, guys, not only theory. Everything we are going to discuss practically. Once the session is completed, class notes will be shared. Right, daily class recordings also they will share, guys. Right, at the end of the course, I will take one session to explain how to prepare the resume. I will share interview questions also. Right, frequently asking interview questions also I will share. After completing this course, you guys can put at the time of attending the interviews, you guys can tell 3+ years of experience you guys have in AWS. 3+ years of experience you guys have in AWS. After completing this course, you guys will get so this much of experience, guys. You guys can tell in interview you guys have 3+ years of experience in AWS cloud. So everything we are going to discuss practically. Each and every service here, whatever I mentioned, everything I will show practically. How I am using in my project, everything I will show, guys. Please read the content once. What is cloud computing? Why cloud computing? Advantages of the cloud, data centers, regions, AWS services introduction. See guys, we have 200+ AWS services, guys. We have 200+ AWS services. Right? Among those 200+ services, these are the very important services. Right? So next, EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. By using this, we can able to create the virtual machines. Right? Here only, I will talk about AMI. What is AMI also, I will talk it here only. Right? ELB, Elastic Load Balancing, Auto Scaling, EBS, S3, Route 53, Elastic Beanstalk, DynamoDB, RDS, Relational Database, VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, CloudWatch for monitoring purpose, Lambdas for serverless computing. ECS, Elastic Container Service. EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service. Cloud Formation. Cloud Formation we will use for infrastructure creation. Right? Infrastructure as code. IaaS stands for infrastructure as code. Next, EFS, Elastic File System. IAM, Identity and Access Management. SNS, Simple Notification Service. SQS, Simple Queue Service. SES, Simple Email Service. Right? So all these services we will discuss, guys. Right, fine, guys. So let me start with what is cloud computing. What is cloud computing? Anyone have idea? What is cloud computing? Anyone have idea what is cloud computing? Please respond in chat box. If anyone have idea, please respond in chat box. Please. What is cloud computing? What is cloud computing? Right. So I will explain, guys. Don't worry. Cloud computing is nothing but providing services over the internet. Very good, guys. Very good. Very good. Cloud nothing but a service delivery model with pay as you go price. Very good. Very good. Fine. See, guys. Providing required IT resources. We can say resources, guys. Providing required IT resources through the internet or over the internet. Over the internet is called as cloud computing. Providing required IT services over the internet is called as cloud computing. Simple, guys. Observe carefully. I want to start. Right, see, guys. First, let me take one example, guys. So, suppose if you guys have any function at your home. Right, assume this is the simple example, guys. Everyone can able to understand if I give this example. Right. So in my home, one function is there, guys. One marriage function is there. For that, I want 2000 chairs. Right. 1000 tables. 2000 chairs are required. 2000 chairs are required. And the 1000 tables are required. Right. And some tent, etc. All these things are cooking items. All these things are required, guys. All these things are required. So now here, to get all these things, right? So now what I will do, guys, I will go and purchase all these things, guys. Function only 2 days, guys. It's a 2 days function. It's a 2 days function. It's a 2 days function. For 2 days function, can I go and purchase all these things, guys? To purchase the 2000 chairs, 1000 tables, tent house, right, cooking items, all these things. How much money I want to spend? How much money I want to spend? Right, how much space is required to store all these things? See, after 2 days, function will get complete. Right, after 2 days, there is no use. There is no use, guys. Right, but I need to store somewhere. Suppose Suppose maybe after 1 year, after 6 months, again I will use. Still, we need some space to store all these items. Right? How much space is required to store all these items? Right? Huge space is required. Huge space required, and huge money we need to spend. Right? Space is required and money, huge money also we need to spend, guys. Right? Instead of purchase all these things, what I will do, in our villages we have tent house shops are available. In our villages we have tent house shops are available. If you go to there, they will provide everything for rent, guys. Chairs they will provide for rent, tables they will provide for rent, right? Cooking items they will provide for rent. Everything they will provide for rent. Right? Before starting the function, they will come and set up everything. Once function is over, they will come and collect all these items. Right? Space is not required in our premises to store all these things, and money also not much we need to spend. Only we need to pay the rent for these things, guys. Only for 2 days we need to pay the rent. Which one is better, guys? Purchasing is good or taking for rent is good, guys? Tell me, which one is better? Which one is better, purchasing or right taking rent? Right, rent is best, guys. Rent is best. Right. Same way, coming to our technical point of view, observe carefully, guys. Right here, if you want set up this environment, set up some environment in your company, you need to purchase computers, you need to purchase servers. See, guys, what we need to take, guys, we need to take purchase computers we need to purchase. Next, servers, and if you want run the applications, servers must be required, so we need to take those servers also. Servers to run the applications, servers must be required. So next, guys, network must be required, guys. For our computers, network also must be required. Network is required for computers. Next, power connection is required. Power is required. Power connection is required, and power backup also is required, guys. Suppose if today power is not there, we can't able to tell to the clients, guys, in my area power is not there, so your application, right, you can't able to access the application today. Like that we can't able to say, right? We promise to the customers, 24/7 application is available without any downtime. 24/7 application is available. How you can able to provide that much, right? Whenever we have the power backup, then only we can able to provide 24/7. So here we required power backup also. Power backup also required. So next here, right, to maintain all these things, to keep all these things, server room also must be required. Room also must be required. We will call it as server room. Right? Suppose in server room, assume 20 machines are available. 20 machines are running means too much heat will generate. To control that heat, we require air conditioner also. ACs also must be required. To control that heat, AC also must be required. AC must be required in server room. Right. Next, what we required? Right. Every application will connect with the database or not? Every application will connect with the database, so database servers also required. Right? Next, If you want to do this setup, we require administrators or not? Can you able to do this entire setup? We can't able to do. Compulsory some administrators, network teams are required to do this setup. Administrators are required to do this setup. So next guys, next some security. Server rooms security also must be required. Otherwise outside people will go inside the server rooms. We need to provide security also. Security also we need to provide. See guys, all these things we need to take care. Whenever you are going to maintain the applications in your premises, we need to take care of all these things guys. Right? To take care of all these things, is it costly or not? Purchasing the computers, right? Purchasing the servers, right? Maintaining the network. We need a network for all those computers. Power connection is required. Power backup is required. One room is required. AC is required. Database servers are required. Administrators are required. Security is required. Right? Take care of all these things. Right? We need to spend huge amount or not? Please respond guys. Is it required to spend huge amount or not? Yes guys. Yes. Right. To overcome this problem, we are going for cloud computing. What cloud computing is doing? Cloud computing providing all these things for rent. We no need to purchase. Cloud computing, everything cloud computing will provide for rent guys. Just you need to pay the rent. And whatever you are using up to those things, you need to pay the rent guys. That's it. Whatever you are using, you need to pay the rent only for those things. Right? Who will provide all these things for rent? Cloud computing is providing all these things for rent. Is it clear guys? Now please read this statement. Providing required IT resources over the internet is called as cloud computing. Understood guys? Resources, IT resources are nothing but what? These are the IT resources. Right? These are the IT resources. Providing required IT resources over the internet is called as cloud computing. Is it clear what is cloud computing? Right. So here we have several cloud computing providers are available guys. Several cloud providers are available. There are several cloud providers. Cloud providers are available in market. Providers are available in market to provide resources. To provide resources over internet. Over internet. Right. So, see guys, what cloud providers are available? Right. We have AWS is one of the cloud provider. Azure is the one of the cloud provider. Right. GCP is one of the cloud provider. GCP, Google Cloud. GCP is one of the cloud provider. And we have Salesforce. Salesforce, etc. All right. So these people will provide the required IT resources for rent guys. Right. So there are several cloud providers are available in market to provide resources over internet. Right. What cloud providers are available? AWS, Amazon Web Services, Azure, GCP, Salesforce, etc. Right, etc. Right. So these people will provide the required IT resources for rent guys. We no need to purchase all these things. You no need to purchase all these things in your own premises. On premises means what? In our company. If you go to set up all these things, it's called as on premises. Right? If you do in your company only means on premises. We no need to do this guys. We no need to do this. Right? If you consult with these people, they will provide whatever you want on rent basis. whatever you want on rent basis. IT resources means what? Computing, network, security, storage, servers, etc. guys. Understood? Right. Setting the application infrastructure too costly, guys. Right. If you want setting up application infrastructure is too costly. Is too costly, guys. Setting up application infrastructure is too costly, and it takes a lot of time also. And it takes lot of time also. Setting up application infrastructure is too costly and it takes a lot of time also. Right. Instead of we are purchasing and setting up the infrastructure, we can take the help of cloud providers. What we are doing is, instead of purchasing all these things and instead of setting up the infrastructure setup, we can take the help of cloud providers. Instead of purchasing and setting up infrastructure, so we can take the help of cloud providers. Instead of purchasing and setting up infrastructure, we can take the help of cloud providers. They will take care, guys. Right? Someone told this statement also. Cloud providers are available. Cloud providers are available in the market to provide infrastructure for rent, guys, for rent on pay as you go basis. Pay as you go basis. Guys, please read all these things once, what we discussed till now. What is cloud computing? Providing required IT resources over the internet is called as cloud computing. See, this is the example, guys. Right, in your home, if you guys have any function, right, right, when you have function in our house, we are not going to purchase chairs, tables and all these items. We will take them for rent and will use for our function. After the function is over, we will return this material to the owner and will pay the rent, guys. We will pay the rent of use, rent, how much we use, right? According that, we will pay the rent. That's it, guys. Right? What IT resources, guys? What IT resources we can get as rent? Computers, servers, network, power connection, power backup, room, AC, database servers, administrator, security. Everything they will provide on rent basis. You no need to purchase anything at here. You will get everything from the cloud providers. Right? Who cloud providers are available in the market? Right, see guys, these are the several cloud providers. Several cloud providers are available in market to provide the IT resources over the internet. AWS, Azure, GCP, Salesforce, etc. Suppose, right, if you want to set up the infrastructure, guys, if you want to deploy any application, compulsory we require some infrastructure. If you want to set up that infrastructure, it will take lot of time, guys. To set up the infrastructure, it will take lot of time. And if you want to purchase all the required resources, you need to spend lot of money also. Money waste, time waste. Right? If you want to do everything in your office only, in your company only, it is completely time waste and money waste. Right? Instead of doing that, overcome this problem, we are going with the cloud provider. What they will do, they will provide everything as rent basis, right? They will set up. If you have the internet connection, that is enough. That is enough, guys. We no need to worry remaining things. If you have the internet connection, that is enough. Through that internet, everything you will get on rent basis. Just you need to pay the rent, right? Whatever you are using, only for those things you need to pay the rent to these cloud providers. You can choose AWS, Azure, GCP, Salesforce, anything you can choose. And here we are going to discuss AWS cloud. Clear, guys? Right, among all these things, AWS is one of the famous cloud provider available in the market, guys. Understood? Is it clear? So what is cloud computing? Clear, guys? Please respond. What is cloud computing? Providing required infrastructure over the internet is called as cloud computing. And here I have given simple example also. Right? Simple example, guys. See, in your home, is there any function? What you guys will do? You guys are not going to purchase all these items, chairs, tables, cooking items, and all those things. Definitely, you guys will go for rent. In your villages, tent house shops are available. You can go there and you will get everything for rent. Right? How many days you want? You can use those many number of days. Once your function is completed, you need to hand over all these items to the owner. Right? Just you need to pay the rent. How many days you are using? For those days, you need to pay the rent. That's it, guys. Suppose if you purchase all these things, you need to spend a lot of money, and you need some space also to store all these things. Understood? Coming to our technical terminology, right? What IT resources are required? What IT resources are required, guys? Guys, if you want to deploy any application, if you want to maintain any application, some infrastructure must be required. Without having that infrastructure, we can't able to maintain the application. Simple. Suppose if you want start one restaurant business, and some infrastructure must be required, then only you can able to start. What infrastructure is required? You want one kitchen room. In that kitchen room, everything should be set up. And you want dining place. You want one counter. Right? You want some wash area. Everything is required. That is called as infrastructure. When you have that infrastructure, then only you can able to start the restaurant business. Same way, here also, if you want to maintain any application, you should have one infrastructure. Then only you can able to deploy the application. Then only you can able to maintain the application. Right? So, to set up that infrastructure, instead of purchasing the items, what we are doing? Right? We are going to connect with these cloud providers. Right? What cloud providers will do? Whatever you want for infrastructure setup, everything they will provide on rent basis. You no need to pay based on your wish, guys. No one will force you to use all these items. No one will force you to take all these items for rent. Whatever you want, you can take only those items for the rent. Just you need to pay the rent only for those items. No one will force you to take multiple items. Understood, guys? Here what we are doing? So cloud computing, right, what it will do? It will provide the required IT resources over the internet. Compulsory you should have the internet, guys. Through internet only you can able to access all these things. Right? If you go for rent, you no need to worry about the number of computers. You no need to worry about the servers. You no need to worry about the network. You no need to worry about the power. You no need to worry about the AC. Nothing, guys. You no need to worry about the administration also. Only they will take care everything. You no need to provide the security also. They will take care everything. Just after, right, 1 month or quarterly or half yearly or yearly, you need to pay the rent to cloud provider. That's it. So now got the clarity what is cloud computing. So nowadays, going forward, guys, in future, cloud is very important, guys. The company's cloud is very important. Now companies nowadays, no one is not doing this entire infrastructure setup on premises, guys. Infrastructure setup they are not doing in the companies. Everyone is going for this cloud only. Everyone is taking on rent basis only. No one is not setting up this infrastructure in the company. It's time waste and money waste, guys. Time waste and money waste. Understood? Right. See here, we have several cloud providers are available. Among all these, AWS is the very powerful one, guys. Very powerful. Right. Approximately 200 plus services are available, and 190 plus countries are using this AWS, guys. 190 plus countries are using 200 plus services this AWS is providing. That's why AWS is very powerful compared with other cloud providers. Okay, fine, guys. Please go through the course content once again. What we are going to discuss, guys. Here, whatever I mentioned, each and everything I will discuss. Everything I'm going to show practically, guys. Each and everything I'm going to show practically. If I miss anything, definitely I will add. If I feel, these are the very important, definitely I will add those things also. But here, whatever I mentioned, each and everything, practically I will show. You guys will get 100% confident in classroom itself. Right? See, guys, please go through these things once. Whatever the services we are going to discuss. Right? Just now we had discussion. What is cloud computing? You guys got the clarity what is cloud computing or not? Any doubt? What is cloud computing? Is it clear? Please respond. Not required to take any notes. I will share this one. Right? So next tomorrow we will discuss why this cloud computing, what advantages are there, what data centers are available, what regions are available, AWS services, what services we have. Right? All these things we will try to finish in tomorrow's session. Right? So next we will talk about EC2. EC2. How to create the virtual machines by using this EC2 service in AWS cloud. In AWS cloud, I want to create some virtual machines. If you want to create the virtual machines in AWS cloud, then we need to go for this EC2 service. EC2 stands for what? Elastic Compute Cloud. Next, load balancing. I want to balance the load. I want to balance the load means what? See, I have one server. I deployed my application in only one server, guys. But per day, I am getting thousands of requests, lakhs of requests. My server can't able to handle that much of load. My server can't able to handle that much of load. I want to balance that load. How to balance that load? Everything we are going to discuss. ELB, auto scaling, how to scale your application. How to scale your application we are going to discuss. EBS, Elastic Block Store. S3, storage service. This is the storage service. Route 53, right? DNS mapping. URLs we need to map, guys. Your domain names we need to map. How to do that one we are going to discuss. Right. So next, Elastic Beanstalk. Next, DynamoDB. RDS is the relational database. DynamoDB is the NoSQL database, guys. Next, VPC. This is very important, guys. Virtual Private Cloud. Security. With this, we are going to provide security. CloudWatch, monitoring purpose. Once you deployed your application, right? See, guys, suppose one patient is admitted into the ICU. 24/7 monitoring is required or not? Yes, guys. We need to check, right? We need to check BP and everything 24/7. We need to monitor, right? How the heart rate is going on, right? How the SpO2, everything we need to check, guys. Right, here also, once you deployed the application into the server, 24/7 monitoring is required. By using CloudWatch, we are going to monitor the application. Right? Lambdas, this is serverless compute. ECS, Elastic Container Service. EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service, Cloud Formation, Infrastructure as Code, right? Next, EFS, Elastic File System, IAM, Identity and Access Management, right? SNS, Simple Notification Service, SQS, Simple Queue Service, SES, Simple Email Service. All these things we are going to discuss practically, right? Daily class notes I will provide, and the class recording also we will provide, and resume preparation and interview questions also I will provide. After completing this course, you guys can tell you guys have 3+ years of experience in AWS cloud. Okay, what is the duration? 45 days, guys. The duration of the course is 45 days. Today is the first session, right? By the time of coming into this EC2 part, please try to finish our AWS Linux, guys. Right? Already I discussed the Linux basics. Right? They will provide, if you connect with admin team, they will provide the videos. Please go through those things. Yeah, I will show. I will show, or no. I will show. VPN, gateway, all those things I will show. Okay. That's what I told. If I feel anything is important and I missed it here, definitely I will add those things also and I will discuss. Okay. Right, guys. Class timing 7:30 to 8:30 regularly. Right. Okay, guys. Fine, guys. For today, I'm stopping the session. Tomorrow we will connect. Tomorrow, right, without any further delays, we will start and we will discuss one by one, guys. Without any delays, we will start and we will discuss one by one, right? So within 45 days, without missing single service, we need to complete all these things. That's why from tomorrow only, we will start and we will complete one by one, guys. Okay? Fine, guys. Anyone have any questions? Content wise, any questions? Forget about internals, guys. I'm here. I'm promising everything I will show practically. After completing the class, once you guys go through that, how I did, same way you guys also practice once, you guys also will get clear picture about that service. Nothing you guys need to do. Notes and everything I will provide. Okay. Guys, right, whoever attending for DevOps, 8:30 we have now. After the session, immediately we have DevOps session. Please don't forget that. Right, from today onwards, we are going to start DevOps also. From today onwards, we are going to discuss DevOps also. Right, whoever have interest, right, I think they have shared other link for DevOps. Please join in that link, guys. Okay, fine, guys. Good night, guys. Tomorrow we will connect at 7:30. Thank you, guys.